It is day 4 of prepping the garden, and things are coming along nicely. I'm sitting under this beautiful cherry tree, which may not be the best idea for me since I'm deathly allergic to bees, but then maybe getting an orchard wasn't the best idea. However, I love it here, and I have an EpiPen, so I'll make do. I'm sure everything will be just fine. We're getting the rest of the soil amendments put on our garden beds today so that we can get them all mixed in, and then hopefully tomorrow I will be able to start planting some of the more root vegetables like potatoes and onions and garlic. I feel like it's getting a little late for doing those things, and I really want to move forward with that. Since we have such a short grow season, it's really important that we give them as much time as we can. We have a lot of leafy vegetables that are ready to go into the garden besides the seeds that we will be planting. I want to get them in their new dirt and get them acclimated and get them into the dirt so they can start prepping for the long season of growing and the bounty that they'll produce. First things first, soil amendments, because we have very fine sandy soil and it would be hard on the roots.
Two rows left.
Oh shit, I got a blister that just popped.
You should wear gloves. That sucks though.
Good morning. Today is day 5 of the garden prep, and I am optimistic that we will actually be able to start planting this evening. The bad news is that yesterday's filming of gardening was pretty much a wash because after my husband and I worked together in the garden yesterday morning, I was kind of sore and tired, and I had gotten too much sun, and I went and laid down and took a nap. And then my mom's car broke down, and she needed a ride into town to pick up a part to fix it. And we ended up being in town for a while, and I came back and finished mixing the garden beds pretty much in the dark. I think I will end up putting what I filmed yesterday into today's video so that you get to see what we were doing, but there wasn't a whole lot of it. Today is a big deal though, because we're going to start putting in the rows for the actual planting of our garden and start getting ready to do that. I'm just barely caffeinated right now and moving a little slow. Putting in a garden is a great deal of work, but it's going to be very rewarding. It is about 65 degrees here right now and mostly cloudy, which for me is perfect gardening weather. Yesterday was a bit hot. It was 86 and the sun was very bright and very hot. Today feels really good. It's a little humid though. That's probably because we had a huge rainstorm and thunderstorm last night. The thunder was literally shaking the house. It was impressive. Hey y'all, it's about 6 p.m. here, and we did manage to get all of the beds and rows mapped out in the garden today. I have it all set up. I know where everything's going, which makes it really easy for planting. And I'm just about to start putting the first plants in the garden. So I wanted to give you a quick walk around so you can see what we're working with, and then we'll get to gardening, finally. This is the long view of the garden. There's technically 9 beds. Each is about 4 foot by 16 to 20 foot long. We will be starting here this evening, planting strawberries, some that I've already grown for a while. Since the 31st of March. Yes, they were planted the 31st of March from these root packs. And then I'm also going to plant another 20 of the root bunches in these back 2 rows because I'm hoping to get close to it. That should give us about 38 strawberry plants. And since I love strawberry jam and everybody I know loves strawberry jam, we'll definitely get a use for that. At the end of this row, I'm just going to put radishes in here. It's just a good little space for it. Over here will be onions and garlic. And this is, I believe this is zucchini, and then carrots and beets. Over here, this is partially, this will be cherry tomatoes, jalapenos, and then cucumbers. Yeah, cucumbers. This will be 3 varieties of tomatoes here. Then we'll have bell peppers here at the end. Over here is all of our melon and pumpkin mounds. Here, this is going to be lettuces, spinach, arugula, leafy varieties, and then some herbs on the end. This will be peas and green beans, as well as some cauliflower and broccoli and cabbage and things like that. And then this will be the potato garden here. So that is it. This is the back view of the entire garden. And then, I don't know if I've shown you before, but here we have an asparagus bed that's very established. Hopefully I can plant some more into it eventually and have it completely full of asparagus, but it's not doing too bad for right now. I have enough asparagus in the house, my mom says, to pickle 3 jars. And then this here, all of these are horseradish. They're coming up quite nicely. That's actually a poppy right there. And then I have an abundant amount of rhubarb. So send me links to your favorite rhubarb recipes, because I only know of one, and I think this is more than one recipe's worth of rhubarb. All right, I'm going to get set up and we're going to start getting these plants in the ground. There's no easy way to sit down here, and after all the work we did getting the garden together, I'm too sore to kneel. So we're gonna make the best of it today and just pop a squat down here on the ground. I'm just gonna pre-make some holes here. I think I want to give them probably a good 6 inches between. Everything's been pre-mixed, so we don't have to worry about remixing the soil unless I find a clump or something. Oh, that might be easier. Just do it with my hands. Plants don't care. They care about water, sunlight, and nutrients. They don't care how the hole gets there. Well, that's 4 we can get in the ground. It's just gonna loosen it up a little here. Put my hand right over the top, and we're just gonna loosen up the roots just a little. I'll put it in the ground, maybe a little deeper. There we go. And we're just gonna put the soil around it. And let nature start doing some of the work. The sun is going down and I am ready for a hot shower and some dinner. Starving. I finished the strawberries and also got the potatoes in. I planted 4 different types of potatoes: Yukon, white russet, red, and purple. Just a couple purple. I've never grown potatoes before, and I'm really looking forward to seeing if they grow. That would be amazing. That would make me so happy. If you like the video, please subscribe and hit the like button. It really helps me out. Have a good evening. Be safe out there. Bye.